Salute and thank you, NERDSoul. Okay, lay ill kid at OneYoungsta, holding it down. Bring you that street geek and NERDSoul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Let's go, baby. We back at Soultaku, man. Happy New Year. This is the first Soultaku of the year. I hope y'all having a good time. Hope y'all had a Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying? A Happy New Year. Got to kick it with family or relax or kick your feet up a little bit. Maybe watch a game or two. Get some good food. And now you bet, man, we here. Talk some good old anime. Come on, man. It can't get no better. You know what I'm saying? Life get crazy every now and then. You just got to talk some anime. So this episode, I want to look back at 2024 to a certain degree concerning two large animes, which is Bleach and, of course, Dragon Ball. Last year, we got season 3 of Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War. We got our first initial season of Dragon Ball Daima. And I wanted to know from you, did you get what you wanted from these two anime or from either one or the other? Now, if you just hate, Dragon Ball or you hate Bleach, there's no need for you to even say anything. You already hate it. Nothing was going to happen. But if you're someone who does like Bleach, someone who does like Dragon Ball, then I want to know how you feel about these finales that came through. So, for instance, I'm going to start on Bleach. With Bleach, we have the realization that, of course, thank God Uryu was not, man, because look, he was about to hurt my heart. So we find out that Uryu's like, yo, nah, man, look, this dude, Yuha, is like a fake Quincy. He ain't doing like the real Quincy, I guess, tenets or the mission of a Quincy or whatever. He's doing it wrong. All right. And my, I guess, grandfather? Is it grandfather? Remind me if it's grandfather. I think his grandfather had impressed upon him the true Quinciness. All right. And that he has to stop Yuha because it's all on him. You know what I'm saying? It's all on Uryu to do it himself. You know what I'm saying? Ishida got to do it on his own. You know what I'm saying? And guess we're gonna have to take control. But anyway, the point is, he's on his own. Well, kind of behind enemy lines all this time, which is a great realization, which is cool to see, and also adds a lot to his character. I don't know why in the finale, he was all like, nah, dog, it's all on my own. But, I mean, shoot, Ichigo be doing that stuff too, right? So, I mean, I guess, Uryu ain't got to, but I was just expecting that, he ain't had to be like Ichigo. Ichigo always, I got this, dog. I'm on my own, son. I can do it. Just y'all, everybody just sit in the back. Like, I would have loved to see Ichigo be like, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all my peoples, let's do this together. But I mean, of course, if you feel like you the chosen for this task, you got to do what you got to do, I guess. But in the finale, or at least the finale for this core or whatever, do you feel like you got what you wanted? So for instance, in this season, we got tons of awesome battles. Straight up. Tons of awesome battles. In this season in general, tons of awesome battles, tons of awesome realizations. The art was incredible. I mean, impeccable art. I could not complain about the art. I could not complain about the action. The way they handled the pacing between our realizations or our knowledge or our exposition and then fight scenes was top quality. But the finale, I don't know. Did it hit you like you wanted it to hit you? I wasn't mad at the finale, but I just felt like they left us hanging. It was, instead of a big bombastic finale, I felt like it was more like, all right, well, see y'all. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, all right, there you go. That's all you gonna get. And the whole my last words thing rings true with the letter that Ichigo is reading. I mean, not Ichigo, Ishida is reading, but I just thought we'd get more. We do get Ishida versus Ichigo, and Uryu is coming with it. I ain't gonna front. Like, just his skill level has increased. Man, anything that you thought he was dope at back in the days, oh, he is killing it now. Like, shouts out to him. But I don't know if this finale blew me away like I wanted it to. And maybe it shouldn't. Maybe it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, cool, this is the end of the season, but to be continued. Similar to My Hero. My Hero didn't super blow me away in the finale, but maybe it's a situation where they're like, hey, we're not going to treat the season finale like this big bombastic ending thing. We're just going to let you know stakes is high. See you next year kind of thing, or see you in a year or two or whatever, however long it takes to animate the thing. Maybe that's it. So I want to ask you on that one, how are you feeling about Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War? And did the finale do it for you? Or are you kind of cool with these new finales that seem to be coming through that aren't super bombastic, but do give you action and are kind of on some see you next time kind of thing? Because we do see Yuha get attacked. We don't get to see the fight, but he's attacked by his own people. Of course, you know, there's a rift in the Quincy. So there's a lot story-wise that's going on in this season, which to me represents a good laying of the foundation of what the fog of war looks like here. But I don't know. Maybe I'll watch the season again and we'll talk about it later. But right now, I don't know if the season finale blew me away. Now, I know there's some outfit choices out there that I'm pretty sure y'all was like, oh, I'm feeling that. But we ain't worried about that. We talk about the story right now. Anyway, I'm going to switch off of that and we're going to talk about Dragon Ball Daima. Now, Daima is a little bit different because Daima in this case is still ongoing. At least I believe so. We don't have a specific hard, line of where this season will end. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of information on whether this is going to be a 13 episode season, a 15 episode season, a 20 episode season. So at this point, at the point of recording this is still ongoing. We're supposed to be getting another episode this week. So if you hate Dragon Ball, you don't like Dragon Ball Daima, this isn't really for you. You can go in and log off. You can, get out of here. Ain't no need to waste your time. But if you are watching Daima, if you are interested in Daima, are you getting what you wanted from Daima? And if not, did you want anything at all? Like, for instance, you could say, hey, I didn't really know what I wanted because I honestly wanted Super to continue on. Or you could be like, hey, I hate the idea. I hate the characters. I hate the story. So I don't even worry about that. But with me, when they announced Daima, I was like, oh, this will be kind of cool. But what about Super? Like, I ain't gonna front. I was like, what about Super? Like, we're not forgetting Super, are we? Because I actually enjoy Dragon Ball Super. I don't want to just leave that story. I want to continue that story on and keep, watching, listening, and enjoying. But in this particular season, since I didn't know really what I wanted, I will say I have enjoyed a good amount of this show. A big part that I guess I will say that I didn't like is that we didn't really get to see the supporting cast or the other Z Warriors as much as I would have liked. It seemed like we didn't see much of Bulma, Piccolo, Vegeta until maybe episode 9 or 10. Like, we did check back and forth with them every now and then just to be like, oh, they're working on the ship or something like that. But we didn't really get into them until maybe episode 9 or 10. And the reason I say this is because, yes, I know we're establishing the demon world or the demon realm, and also establishing like Pansy, Glorio, and what Goku thinks about it. But I do think there's a good story or a good emotional perspective to show where Vegeta, where Piccolo, where Bulma, and maybe even some other characters sit with this. You know, how do they feel about Dende being gone? How do they feel about their place in the world right now? And how do they feel about the safety of the world? How do they feel about the danger that's coming to them? We didn't really get much of that. Not saying that I need a whole episode on it, but I think we kind of just forgot about them for a long time, where we could have gotten more from their side of the demon realm. And of course, when they got into it, you know, because we saw so much of, say, Goku dealing with the difference of his body, the weight of the gravity and everything. All of that was kind of just shortcut for everybody else. And I think that's something that I just saw. I was just like, okay, we're just going to shortcut that for them, I guess. So not that I hate it, but I would have loved to have more time with it. Now, since we don't have a particular finale or an episode count, I can't say how the finale has hit me. But at this point, one thing that I do like is the outlining of, once again, of the major difference with Goku and Vegeta and how they approach fighting. Especially at this point of their lives, because of course we're going back with Dragon Ball Daima to just after Z. So this is, I'm sure somebody wrote it somewhere. It's probably published somewhere, but this is close after Z. Maybe, I don't know, maybe like a week or two after Z. I don't know. So this is, you know, we finished Buu, and this is the fallout from Buu, which I'm down with. But we see right here, when we come to the first Tamagotchi, or is it Tamagami? Tamagotchi. I'm sorry. Please feel free to let me know in the comments. I think it's Tamagami. But we get to the first one, and Goku is like, yeah, let's fight. I'm all excited. This, that, and the third kind of thing. And of course, when he engages the Tamagami, it's an awesome fight scene. I love the style. I love his exuberance in just the battle in general. But when we see Vegeta roll up, it's all business. Vegeta is ready to battle. Vegeta is not playing. He's pulling out all the stops. And we get to see that it is not... With Goku, it's more about the experience. It's more about the journey. With Vegeta, it's more about the destination. And I like how they kind of illustrate that between their two fights, and how they go about them. So I did like that. One thing I did not like is the intercutting of Vegeta's fight with the new Buu, and I can't remember, the one that likes the candy. Because, of course, we're building new Buus because the Arisu or Arensu, I think it's Arensu. She's, of course, on her own little evil plotting mission, side notes with Glorio. And that's one thing that I didn't like. Don't be cutting up my Vegeta fight, man. I want my whole Vegeta fight. All right, give me all it. Don't be giving me a little bit. Give me all my Vegeta fight. So that's something that I didn't like. Also, with the character design of the new Buus, I thought they could have done way better. Unless these characters are supposed to be kind of like dumb, dumb looking, similar to like Majin Buu when at the beginning, and then he got real sweet, and then kind of he went back to the like kind of just round circle character. Maybe it's just easier for animation, but when I saw the Buu, I was like, this is what we got. This is this is it. This is what's supposed to be scary to us. Now, they might end up being like fusing, or they might end up, evolving to another form. But at this moment, man, it's not. I won't fail in the character designs. I do like the nature of Glorio and what he's doing. I also like the fact that I cannot remember his name now, but Glorio isn't trusted by the Kai. So I do like that. that they're not just blindly believing him. There is some of that mask is starting to fall and drop around him. So when it comes to Daima, I'm still on board. I want to see what they do throughout the season, how they bring it home for the finale. But since we don't know when that finale is gonna be, I can't really say for sure whether they're nailing it as far as pacing wise or not. But with that said, man, holla at me. I'ma holla at you down in the comments. Let's talk about Bleach. Let's talk about Daima. See how your 2024 went with these two. Are you feeling them? Are they, are you like, this should have never been made, or we should stop at season 2 for Bleach, or whatever it is? But I'm still hanging around. I'm still digging it. I don't want my Vegeta fights broken up. Let Vegeta live. The way he went to the next level and made the Tamagami give up. Come on, man. He was like, I give up. Come on, man. Vegeta's on a look. Don't be cutting up my fights. You know what I'm saying? He got the big hair. Come on, man. Because he was struggling at first. And then he had to level up. He had to be like, oh, Goku, you don't know about this. You ain't know I could do this one, did you? So, of course, NERD, SOUL, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, podcast, all that jazz. And until the next time that you have to either fight with your friend over whether you should fight with him or leave and let him fight alone, or until the next time that you have to take on your own Tamagami, we're just saying, peace.